Hey everyone, welcome to the Leader Lab. This is Leadership Shorts, quick thoughts to help you level up your leadership. My name is Chad Wright. I'm the founder of Forward Partners, joined by the lovely and talented Emily Grace Deal, our chief creative person.
Yeah, that works.
I shortened it this time.
Thanks.
You're welcome for that. Emily, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about optimism. We're talking about how do we maintain optimism when our lives are kind of nothing but challenges.
Because they really are nothing but challenges, right?
How vital it is as leaders to show up with that optimism, to bring that and provide that for your team.
Yeah, that's really one of our most important jobs, right? Because if you think about a hierarchy, if you think about a org chart, if the leader at the top shows up and they are just down in the dumps, Eeyore, like, oh well, we're all gonna die today, that just seeps into the organization, that like a toxic chemicals,
I guess we are,
right?
yeah.
It just flows down. Yeah, everybody's like, well, the leader said it, and so we have to be optimistic, but the interesting part is it's got to come from a good place, right? It's got to come from a place of genuinely being optimistic. And so I think the way to think about this is what we've termed as realistic optimism. Realistic optimism is the mix of vulnerability and determination. And we talk about the middle ground a lot, right? The tension of leadership. There's a middle ground between those things, because if we're all the way on the vulnerable side, right, we're not going to be optimistic. We're going to, there's a challenge, I'm going to collapse into a pool of tears. That's not helpful, right?
Yeah.
Nobody trusts that person.
Right.
You wouldn't trust me if every day you showed up, I'm just bawling about the future prospects of the company, right?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to work over here by myself.
You bring your own optimism. And so we can't be 100% vulnerable, but we also can't be 100% determined.
Yeah.
Because I think if we go too far in that direction, there's no challenges. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, not being swallowed by the doom and gloom, but also not living in fantasy land where there are no challenges.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, wait, well, we see all these challenges.
Because that's the thing, is it's not hidden.
Mm-hmm.
And if we just pretend there's no challenges, people are going, I see the challenges. They're all over the place. Yeah. I see how scary this is. What are you talking about? And so there's that middle ground of realistic optimism that mixes vulnerability and determination that says, I see the challenge. I see how big and scary it is. And I know that because I'm scared too. But we're going to make it. We are going to figure this out.
Right.
There's something about that style of optimism. It doesn't feel like BS. It's not like he's just telling us what he needs to in order for us to move forward. It's genuine.
Yeah, that trust that's kind of there.
Yeah. And that's so vital to provide that optimism as a leader, because some people are naturally more optimistic than others, but some people are not. And so we have to show up, and if we don't believe we can move forward, no one else is going to believe it either.
Yeah.
And so that really has to come from a place of health. Like, I guess being authentic, right? If we're being authentic about it, it really does require us to be healthy leaders. It just occurred to me, something we haven't really talked about on this podcast yet is how we even define healthy leadership. We talk about healthy leadership all the time. Our definition is you are spiritually, emotionally, and physically oriented towards health. So if we're in those three areas, if we're oriented towards health, we're going to show up as a healthy leader. We can hold on to that middle tension point of realistic optimism.
That
right?
It's not the end ultimate goal, but it's every choice that you kind of make to get there.
Yeah, it really is. It's every choice that points you in that direction. And so we have to be that in order to maintain that realistic optimism. So I'm curious, are you naturally optimistic?
Yeah, I pretty much live there most of the time.
The sun is always shining. We're always going to be
That's terrible,
okay.
but we're fine.
Yeah.
That's kind of where it's at most of the time.
Okay, I'm curious. Is that so? Do you notice a difference between, like, when you're healthy, is that rooted in, we really are going to be okay? But when you're less healthy, is it more, let's sweep it under the rug and not think about it?
I think the sincerity to the optimism is really there, and I believe it, instead of when it's terrible and I'm like, but it's going to be fine. Just let me wipe my tears away, but it's going to be okay. And I think the optimism's always there.
Yes.
It just kind of depends on how sincere and how real I feel it is, the authentic.
Yep. And that's what people need from us. They need that authenticity. So make sure we're healthy. Show up as an authentically optimistic leader. Hey, it's okay to be vulnerable, to say we're scared. People need that from us, actually. It's healthy. But also, we're going to make it. We are going to do this. That's what we're after for most people.
100%.
All right. If people want to send their own questions in, where do they send those?
lab@forwardpartners.net.
lab@forwardpartners.net. If they want to follow us on the socials.
@forwardpartner.
@forwardpartner. Please follow us. We're trying to give away everything we know, everything we learn on this journey. Thank you for joining us, Emily.
Thank you, Chad.
Thank you for producing Danny. Danny's wrestling with some air conditioner noise right now. I can see it on his face. He's really struggling right now. But our listeners don't care because they love us, because we love them.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wilco Workspaces, for partnering with us on this. And thank you guys for your time. It genuinely means the world to us. We will see you on the next Leadership Shorts.